I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea if even what you're saying is true.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What story are you talking about?
News can help you.
Hi, is there no meteorologist available?
Well, they just got off the air, so he may have gone out, but he'll be back shortly.
Okay, yeah. Is there anyone I can speak to about the current atmospheric conditions here in Hampton Roads?
Like, what do you need?
I mean, I'm concerned about it because I've been documenting and reporting airplane pollution here, heavy aircraft activity of the plumes that last in the sky and cause artificially overcast conditions. I've been reporting this to you guys and to environmental agencies that are set up to, deal with this, and no one is responding. So I'm just wondering, who can I speak to about the fact that we've been overcast here for over a week, and we stay overcast here because of aircraft activity?
That would have to be Jeff Lawson. He's not in yet. I can put you to his voicemail.
Right. I mean, so why is there never anybody there that I can speak to about this? You have an entire news station filled with people. There's no one that can deal with a citizen calling about an atmospheric environmental problem?
Well, for one thing, I don't believe that's the cause of the overcast that we've been having.
It starts off as a clear sky. The airplanes come out, spray out their garbage. It turns into clouds, artificial clouds, which is actually just pollution. It's a pollution issue. You don't have to believe the conspiracy side that it's intentional, which is what I believe because I witness it every day here. But I'm just saying that I just flew back and forth over the country twice, and Virginia is the most heavily polluted or clouded area that I saw.
Okay. Well, as I say, our weatherman will be in. I think he gets in around 1 o'clock.
Are you the news director?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
The news desk.
So there's basically nobody above you I can speak to about this?
Not right now.
News.
They've been literally spraying us down with these chemtrails, and I'm watching them all day long and every day. I document them and stuff, and I've already called the EPA, the FAA, and every other A, and I was just wondering if y'all have ever covered chemtrails in the news before.
I mean, we've looked into it before, but everything that we found is, they're contrails, not chemtrails.
The EPA's never investigated one public case of chemtrails ever. They've never done a soil sample or air sample, rain, or anything. So I don't see how you could possibly say that you've come to the conclusion that they were contrails when no public government or agency has investigated them yet.
Okay, can you hold on 1 second for me? Let me
Sure,
just
no
look
problem.
up and see what we have. Hold on.
Okay.
You should probably tell him that you have about 20 people on the line.
Okay.
That'll probably get him to do something.
Okay, still trying to get all the information for you. But I did find one thing. Sorry, I just wasn't prepared for all these questions about this. But we do have a paper written by the Air Force who addresses, the claim of chemtrails that I guess has been going around since 1996.
The claim? We actually have the Air Force document stating that they do have this as a weather weapon. So you're going to have to come better than that.
Oh, can you send that to me?
If you'd like, I'll send you some of the documents myself.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Okay, would you like to talk to our news director?
We'll probably introduce ourselves as well.
What is your first name?
My name is Madison.
Okay, Madison.
Yeah?
Understand the position that you just put me in. Here's what you did.
Okay.
You cold called a television station with a number of people on the line. And when I pick up the phone, you start in on the fact that you want to complain. And then you start in on your complaint. And you generally say that this is a conference call, that there are a number of people. That's really not the way to do business. It was really very unfair what you did. And I'm a very fair guy.
Is it fair to spray chemicals over top of us day in and day out?
You don't just cold call somebody to bitch about a story. It's just not. I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors. You've lost your credibility right off the bat with me.
I called y'all about the EPA coming out to my house to do a soil sample, and I spoke with several different people from your newsroom, and no one ever called me back. The EPA was going to come out and test for aluminum that's coming from the sky from planes that are poisoning us. It's making me think that Wavy TV 10 News is covering up stuff.
You're backing into the story. You're complaining about something environmental, but I have no idea what you're talking about. If you called me on the phone cold calling me, you say, "Hey, I want to have a conversation, a thoughtful conversation with you about the lack of coverage of a story." can I set up a time where I can spend 10 minutes of your time, then yes, I would have researched it and I would have had a conversation.
Can we do that? Can we do that? Can I arrange a time? Because
No,
I am
no, ma'am. You've lost your credibility. Tell me what your story is now. Tell me what your story is. You've lost your credibility, and
But
you don't appreciate.
You're not letting me tell my story.
You don't appreciate why. You don't appreciate why you lost your credibility.
Okay, so you're telling me now that you will not speak to me at all?
I'm saying I don't want. What I'm saying is I don't want you to call me back, and I don't want to do research. You've got me on the phone. What is your concern?
Airplanes are spraying chemicals over top of my house. I've reported this 1,000 million times to all the federal government agencies.
Don't use hyperbole. Hyperbole is the first way that you sound like a crackpot.
No one will help me. No one will even take a soil sample, sir.
I'm going to be a reporter here. Let me back up just 1 second. Listen. You have Madison. You have no idea who you've got on the phone right now, and you have complained to the federal government that planes are spraying over the top of your house.
I've complained to every single government agency you can think of, including the DEQ for the state.
You don't realize how you're coming across, how you sound. You sound like a crazy person who got on a conference call and hit up the television station to come out and do a story on federal agencies that spend years doing something to your neighborhood. You just don't. It just doesn't sound.
I absolutely. The way how you've spun that is completely preposterous. My final statement is they are spraying chemtrails globally, and I'm just concerned with my particular area because this is where I've been documenting. This is where I've called and reported it to. So
That's fine, but again, you get back to the beginning. It's like if I wanted to complain and get some kind of news coverage from somebody, the last thing that I would do is cold call a television station, and the first person I got on the line, I started hammering them on the fact that we don't cover your story with a conference call. I have no idea how many people are listening to this.
Well, hopefully it'll be millions.
To the conference call, to this conference call. Okay, so millions of people are listening to me right now. So for the millions of people who are listening, let me tell all of you that the way you're going about trying to get news coverage is probably the least effective way. But you've complained to the federal government for years. Again, damages your credibility.
Damages my credibility to go to the federal government agencies that are set up to protect us against environmental dangers?
And nothing has happened?
Yes, because I'm not willing to give up, sir.
But what I'm saying... but hang on, I'm talking about your credibility, Madison. What about your neighbors? What about your neighborhood? Anybody else besides you complaining about this? It's a question of how much resource do I spend trying to get to the heart of the story?
Just
and
your eyeballs.
You
just want your eyes.
Is it worth the time of someone exploring a real story, which is planes are? Why would planes be spreading chemicals over the top of Virginia Beach, or are you off base? And again, what I'm saying is, I give you 10 minutes of my time, but it's based on the fact that I'm trying to help you. But you really don't. In terms of the way you wanted to go get it done, what your goal was to get some story coverage, that wasn't the way to do it. Cold call someone and bitch about lack of coverage over something I have no idea what you're talking about with a group of people who never identified themselves. I mean, come on.